Hi everybody, welcome back to my YouTube channel, One Book or Novel at a Time. I will continue to read to you Goosebumps Most Wanted, Book 1, Planet of the Lawn Gnomes, and I will continue where I left off. I know we're coming almost to the end and it's getting really good, right? So with that, let me continue. Chapter 32. She didn't move. She had her hands pushed deep into the pockets of her jacket. Her hair fluttered in the breeze. "Kayla, go get help!" I pleaded, my voice high with panic and surprise. She took a few steps towards me. Her eyes glowed in the moonlight. Finally, she spoke. "I followed you here." "Good. You've got to help me," I stammered. "The gnomes, they carried Elliot and me here. They want to throw us in the quagmire." Kayla's face was hidden in shadow. She spoke in a calm, low voice, nearly a whisper. "You broke the rules, Jay. We're not supposed to go out at night." I didn't know," I said. "I didn't realize, Kayla. Get help, hurry." "The lawn gnomes come alive at night," Kayla said. "It's the world at night. Everyone knows that, Jay." "But Elliot," I stammered. "I thought he was my friend, but he's some kind of robot or something." Kayla stared straight ahead. So? I cried. "What do you mean? It's horrible. Aren't you even surprised?" She shook her head. I glanced away. The lawn gnomes were moving again, tightening their circle, growling and grumbling and uttering low threats. I had only seconds to act. "Kayla, I don't know what to do," I cried. "Aren't you frightened too?" She shook her head again. "Can you help me?" I wailed. "Can you think of something? Can you help?" "I'm so sorry, Jay," she said. She moved closer and I saw the sad expression on her face. "I'm so sorry I can't help you." "Why?" I cried in a total panic. "Why can't you help me?" Her eyes locked on mine. "Because I'm imaginary," she said. "I'm your imaginary sister. So how can I help you?" And that is the end of chapter 32. Chapter 33. Everything started to spin as if I was on some kind of craze, out of control carousel. I shut my eyes but didn't stop my dizziness. "Kayla is imaginary? Why did she say that? It can't be true, can it? Am I totally crazy?" I opened my eyes. "Kayla, I don't understand. She was gone, vanished." I staggered forward and nearly tripped over Elliot. My friend was a robot and my sister was imaginary. This was too much to deal with. My head felt about to explode. I knew I should run, but I couldn't force my legs to move. I stood frozen there, my head spinning as the gnomes swarmed around me. They grumbled and groaned in low voices and shoved me into the center of their circle. Caught in the middle of the crowd, I was pushed one way, then the other. "Malfunction," a gnome said in a harsh whisper. "Malfunction, malfunction." And they all picked up the chant. I let out a cry and covered my ears. I tried to shout over their tiny, hoarse voices so I wouldn't have to hear that word anymore. And without thinking about it another second, I lowered my shoulder like a football running back and I jammed into the gnome closest to me. He uttered a yip and toppled to one side. As he stumbled, he knocked over the gnome next to him, who fell and sent another gnome sprawling to the grass. A whole bunch of gnomes went down like bowling pins, and I took off, running with my shoulder down. I butt another gnome hard. He let out a startled groan as he flew off his feet and sailed into 2 or 3 other lawn gnomes. Yes! Gnomes grabbed at me, flew at me, tried to tackle me. I dodged and ducked and slid from their grasp. My sneakers slapped the grass hard as I ran, away from the shouting gnomes, away from the disgusting quagmire. A gnome dove to tackle me. I swerved away from him, and he sailed onto the ground on his belly. 2 more lawn gnomes came at me. I reached out and swiped their long red hats. I tossed the hats on the grass and kept running. They forgot about me and dove to retrieve their hats. I was panting hard now, but I didn't slow down. I ran through the darkness, tall black trees all around. No one in sight, no one. Up ahead, I could see a block of small houses, my heart pounding. I glanced back. No gnomes behind me. I had outrun them and I had won. I wanted to jump for joy. I wanted to scream and shout out my victory, but I kept running and listening for their raspy voices or tapping footsteps. I recognized the houses on the block. I knew I was 3 or 4 blocks from home. Keep going, Jay, don't slow down. I turned the corner. My breath came out in rapid whizzes. I recognized Elliot's house as I ran past it. I wondered if his parents were worried about him, but that only brought questions to my mind. If Elliot was a robot, did he have parents? Why did he pretend to be human? Was he only pretending to be my friend? I couldn't stop to think about it. I had to keep running. I was only a block from my house now, 1 block from safety. I slid on some leaves, caught my balance, and stopped with a gasp as I saw more lawn gnomes, dozens of them, moving towards me, swarming from all directions. I lowered my shoulder to bump them out of my way. Maybe I could run right through them, escape as I had before, but no, I didn't have the strength. I used up all my energy. I had nothing left, nothing. I stood there panting, my whole body aching. I couldn't put up a fight. Buzzing like excited bees, and lawn gnomes circled me. The circle tightened once again. I was raised off the ground, lifted high by several gnomes. I lay captured, helpless, staring up at the sliver of moon. It looked like the moon was laughing at me as this new bunch of gnomes gleefully carried me down the street, back to the quagmire. They held me tightly above their heads and carried me back to the disgusting quicksand pit. And as I frantically tried to gather my strength, I saw that there were hundreds of them now, hundreds of gnomes, cheering and shouting and buzzing and pumping their little fists in the air. No, please, please, I begged as they hoisted me towards the deadly lake. But no one could hear my cries over the joyful shouts of the gnomes. It was like a celebration. Why were they so happy to dump me in the quicksand? Just because I stepped outdoors at night? Please, please! I twisted and squirmed, but their little hands dug into my skin and held me in place. They carried me to the edge of the quagmire. They lifted me higher. I heard gnomes cheering and laughing, and then they heaved me hard. I felt myself fly from their hands. I sailed headfirst through the air. Screaming, I landed with a splat. I choked as the cold, lumpy glop poured into my open mouth. I shrugged. I struggled to swim. I slapped my arms on the surface of the wet gunk, but I couldn't keep myself up. Choking, I sank fast. Down into the cold, wet darkness. And that is the end of chapter 33. It's getting really good, right? Just want to say thank you for tuning in to one book or novel at a time. If you're barely tuning in and you listen to this chapter, go down to all the videos here on my channel. You'll find the read alouds to chapters 1, 2, 3, and all of them till you catch up. But all the chapters to this wonderful read are here in this channel, one book or novel at a time. You've been awesome listeners. Thank you for listening. Stay tuned for the next chapters because we're almost coming to the end. Once again, thank you for listening. Thank you for tuning in to one book or novel at a time. Now we'll see you on the next video. Have an awesome day.